What's going on YouTube? Today we got NBA legends and players share who had the best handles in NBA history, man. The last NBA legends and players reaction will be at the end of the video. Stay tuned for that. Roll the 5 bands, turn on post notifications, tell me what videos you want me to react to next. All links in the description, man.
AK
Let's
and
get
Gala,
into
and
it.
this is one of the hardest questions I try to avoid. The best handles in NBA history. There are so many good ball handlers, but if I had to cut it down to 2 players, it'll be Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving. And after
Me
that,
too.
I can't choose
Me too.
between the two because both of their handles are so unique. And plus, I'm a little biased towards Allen Iverson since he is one of my favorite players of all time. But I wouldn't be mad if somebody said Kyrie has better handles than Allen Iverson. Like the way Kyrie's able to manipulate the ball and just
I feel like I'm gonna tell y'all who I think has the best handles out of AI and Kyrie at the end of this. Not at the end, but in the middle at 8 minutes.
get anywhere on the court, it's amazing. So anyways, man, let's listen to NBA legends and players share who had the best handles of all time. And I just want to let you know that they're not going to talk about current day players like Kyrie, Curry, or Chris Paul. This is only players in the past. So before we get straight into the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the culture. And let's get to the vid, man.
Crossover, you just kind of react, and it's not like it's something you think about going
Yes,
out.
it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's I don't like this guy. I want to cross the hell out of him.
Right here had the best handles. You would never know. Rod Strickland. It looked like he was going to lose it at any time, and I'm telling you, he was the best finisher under 6'4" that I ever played with. That led the league in assists. Rod Strickland. Wherever you're at, I love you, baby. You made my game better. He was so cold, man, the way that he used to play. And right here. Oh, man. Oh, just so dang disrespectful. Remember how mad the media was when he did this, DD?
They was hot. Then he came with all the tattoos.
Up my first training camp, Pete Maravich was there playing Tiny Archibald. Now I tell you what, now Tiny, he went everywhere he wanted to with the ball. I'd never been with a guy that would just go wherever he wanted to. Like he would drive under the basket, dribble underneath there. And then remember Steve Nash used to do it. He pulled all the way back out. I'd say, Tiny, you were just at the basket. He said, yeah. And he just could go anywhere he wanted with the ball.
Was that handles and speed, or was it handles? What was the combination?
It was like on a string. He just, I never saw a guy just go wherever he wanted with it. It's like he put it under his arm and just ran around. And he never lost it. He had such a tight handle. And he didn't beat you fancy. He just ran up on your feet and then crossed over and went by you. I was like, I'd never seen that before.
That's why this is such a hard category, because I played with a guy, Rod Strickland. He had handles. It looked like he couldn't dribble, but it was on a string. So the whole thing here is not how great you pass, not how you, but only the dribbling. And so when you talk about a guy like Tiny, and that's why I love these arguments too, because it's not a real answer, but you learn more about players each time, and Tiny definitely should be on that list. Zeke, who you got?
Yeah, on that list, I would put Marcus Haynes. I learned how to dribble. Marcus Haynes and Curly Neal taught me how to dribble.
Okay.
Those are the two guys that I learned, how to pat it from. So there's dribbling, and then there's patting.
The pity pat.
Yeah,
that's what you did, Zeke.
And what you saw Curly Neal and Marcus Haynes doing, they was patting. See, that's patting.
Now, Zeke, wait a minute, Zeke. I'm not gonna lie. Me and Nia last night, we were on the internet ourselves. I say they never show good highlights of older cats before the HD.
Wait,
and
these, he
dribbled off his back. Did you see him dribbling off the man's back? But this right here, Daddy Age, come get some. Wait a minute. And to the pass.
I remember.
Because the thing about Isaiah's handle is most guys who have a handle have a move.
Right.
Their handle. It might be a crossover. He talked about it. Might be the step back. It might be the in and out through the leg. Tim Hardaway, wicked crossover. But Isaiah could what I would call pat it. And he could pat it as well as, you talk about making music, Isaiah made music with it. I will say in today's game, I think Kyrie is taking it to another level. In part, what gets lost with Kyrie's is his footwork. Yeah. So he arguably has the best footwork of any point guard I've ever seen, coupled with arguably the best handle I've ever seen. That combination is lethal. It really is. But a lot of these guys, he talked about Hart, Kemba. I mean, these, obviously Steph Curry. These guys can really, really work with the basketball. And they're doing things, they move the envelope. The double step back that we saw that should have been a travel. But these guys they've pushed the envelope in terms of what they can do with the basketball. And I really love the fact that he paid homage to some of the greats that the young people never got the chance to see, the Curly Neals and players like that who kind of started this revolution, if you will. But it's beautiful to watch, man, how good these guys are with the basketball. I'm in awe sometimes when I have to go hit the rewind. I'm glad we have the technology. Where I'm like, whoa, did he just do what I thought he did? Let me rewind that and slow it down and watch it in slow motion. And that's why you're seeing these kids nowadays, young kids, pushing the envelope, because they get to emulate all these great players, and they get to see them do it on a consistent basis. Not like when we grew up, where we got to see a glimpse here and there of a great player. They get to see every game, every move on YouTube, Google, do all that stuff, and then they go out, they emulate, and they try to become the next great Steph Curry or Kyrie.
Hey, we're back on open court. Charles Barkley, Chris Webber, Steve Kerr, Steve Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Reggie Miller, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Point guard with the best handle you ever saw, Smitty.
Oh, that's a lot. Handles. Rayford Austin, Skip to my Lou. God, Sham God.
Yeah, Sham God.
Sham God.
Without question.
God, Sham God. By far. Those are the two guys.
And both play for my brother Vince. But I'm just saying they did when they were young.
I'm made of the show without that.
I'm just saying, man. They both, but Sham God. Like Ginobili does the move now. He probably perfected it the best way. He throws the ball out with his right hand and grabs it with his left. But we all grew up calling that the Sham God.
Sham God.
That was, and there wasn't a European move.
He played at Providence?
Played at Providence. I saw him play against Mike Bibby in the NCAA tournament. And when this was Mike Bibby and Miles Simon, they were the best backcourt in college basketball. He dismantled them. But the only thing, he did the Sham God move where he threw it out and brought it back, and they collided. It was the best move other than Kenny Anderson. Might have the other guy who played for my brother Vince again. Who had, I'm just saying, that had the best handles.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. I'm just saying, it's the truth. That had the best handles I've ever seen was those three guys. But Skip, Rayford, Skip wasn't, he was two different people. When he played in the NBA, or he played in college, he wasn't Skip Timalou. But when he went to, I told him, I said, if you ever brought the real Skip Timalou to the NBA, you'd be the biggest endorsement in NBA history. Because he still never really collided those worlds and Jason Williams collided those worlds better than he did. But he never brought what he did in Rucker Park and in
he would have been traveling. You travel at Rucker Park.
Man, but the
Put
stuff
the ball under your shirt and dribbling.
No, he had some other things.
That will not work in the NBA.
He had some other things
that does not work in the NBA.
No, but he had some other things that was just unbelievable. Those three guys.
I'm with you, Kenny. I saw
Kenny Anderson with the Bobby Hurley move.
Good.
It was
Sham God and Skip.
I got a chance to play with Jay Will and God Sham God. And I've never seen anybody with handles like this. And I'm going to give Jay Will the nod.
Over Sham God?
I would see Jay Will.
No.
I would see Jay Will. I would see Jay Will put 5-pound ankle weights on his.
Oh, that's Sham God do that. That was Sham God.
Did that in West Virginia.
That's what Sham was doing.
That's Sham God.
Jay Will did that in West Virginia. Matter of fact, Jay Will got this move. Have you seen this now? That's the Sham God. You throw it out. You know how you come behind the back, Reggie? Mm-hmm. Jay Will got this.
Yeah.
Jay Will got. I'm
everybody in New York the back, man. Come on, are you kidding me?
Full speed?
No, but
you see he made Gary Payton. You see Gary Payton try to strip.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that night, too.
Okay, I'm going with two guys, really, that we all basically know that I've seen what they've done in real NBA games. One would be Isaiah Thomas. And we all remember the highlight in the Boston Garden of him crossing over Danny Ainge, waiting, telling him to come up, hurry up, crossing him over again, and drilling a shot in front of his face.
I'll give you Zeke.
All right, and then the other one, look, it's the freak at 6'9". We all thought we could steal the ball from Magic Johnson. We all have guarded Magic Johnson, but no one could ever get the ball.
His handle wasn't crazy, though.
I love his vision. Come on, man.
His vision was
only
crazy.
Dennis Johnson was the only person that could rip Magic Johnson. I'm talking about
handles.
I'm talking about
big body.
Well, everyone has tried it at 6'9", point guard.
But I mean, LeBron's got a better handle than Magic, though.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
He don't have better vision.
Are you kidding me?
Got a better handle.
No way. You
got a better handle.
I'm going to say Tim Hardaway was another guy that played in the
UTEP two-step.
UTEP two-step.
Well, if you're going to bring him, you got to bring Pearl Washington.
Because he stole the move from Pearl.
But how didn't we say AI?
Yeah, I was going to say.
AI's was speed. It wasn't handle.
It was speed to me too.
It was speed.
I'm going to have to agree with Reggie on Isaiah Thomas. Because Isaiah, if you go back.
Nobody at Lee's Alabama dribbling, did you?
Dirt road. That's the whole city.
Let me turn this off, yeah, my fault.
That 5-hour interview.
Hey, but this dude, you had the best handle for power forward I've seen in a while.
Thank you, man.
You did.
When Isaiah Thomas, if you go back and look at those old Pistons, when they tried to outscore people, when they had like Kenny Tripucka and those guys, when Isaiah was like leading it, and like were way up there and scoring, because they went from an all-offensive team to a defensive team. When they had their offensive team with Isaiah and Kenny Tripucka, John Long, and those guys, that's when Isaiah had the crazy handle. I mean, but it was always amazing to me how that team went from all offense trying to outscore people to becoming a defensive juggernaut. When I said defensive juggernaut, that means they tried to kill you every time you went to the basket. I mean, 'cause, man, I tell you, I always tell people, when you played against those Pistons in their heyday, every time you went to the basket, when you got up off the floor, you're like, I think I still got some of my...
Loaded question, man. Loaded question.
Loaded.
Best big man handle, Shaq.
Me.
See? I done loaded. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
To your question, I have a two-part answer. My favorite big guy with handle was Penny Hardaway.
A big guy?
Yeah, big guy.
Big guard.
Yeah,
big guard.
Yeah, 6'9", big guy, 6'9".
Better than Magic's?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Penny had...
I told you.
Hold on. Yes,
Penny had was way better than
yes, cut it out. Yes.
Y'all too young, man.
We talk about handle.
Man, one of these lights are going to fall on me, man.
And Ernie, to be a little bit different, the best guys with handle are not even in the NBA. Like if you go to the Rucker in the Street League,
Hot sauce,
bone collector.
They traveling, man.
Don't matter. We're talking about handle. We're talking about
traveling and carrying.
Handles and double dribble. If the ref blow the whistle, that's not handles.
Well, see, I count handle. This is why I don't put Magic in the handle category, because he'd find somebody. But when you're double teamed and in traffic and got to get out with the handle, Magic's not doing that.
Yeah,
that's Isaiah. That's Shamgar. That's those guys. They getting out of traffic with the dribble. Magic's gonna be like, oh, y'all stupid enough to put two people on me. I'm gonna find the open man and get him open. Those guys say I'm gonna dribble through it.
Go ahead, Steve.
Well, with all the guys that we've talked about, there's really only two Hall of Famers, or at least like perennial All-Stars, and that's Isaiah and Tim Hardaway. Most of the names, it's more about the show than the actual production. That's why I like Isaiah. If I had one guy, I'd take Isaiah because he had both. And whatever he did with the ball, it always translated into something good offensively.
One more thing. Anybody really ever get embarrassed? I mean, really get embarrassed? Somebody cross you over?
Chuck did.
Huh?
Chuck did. I'll talk about it because I know C-Web don't want to talk about it. When Chuck reached and he wrapped around the back, looked at Chuck, and threw it down on his head, and then did a commercial about it.
You know,
yeah, that was woo.
No, that's not interesting. He's right.
Yeah,
that was a great play by C-Web. But like,
Take a seat.
I'm just waiting for the. But no, so that was just a great play by C-Web. The only thing I was mad about, because we've all gotten dunked on.
Not like that.
Everybody's
Not like
got dunked on.
Not like
But
that.
like the only thing that made me mad, I had made in my mind we were running down the court that I was gonna foul C-Web. So when I reached for the ball, I was really just gonna knock the hell out of him, to be honest with you. And then when he put that ball,
got you.
No, trickery got you. So I did, because I was like, okay, because I look at my mind was worse. Okay, I'm gonna just hit him and knock the ball out of his hand hard, take a foul. And then when I reached down to slap the hell out of him, he put that ball behind his back, and I said, uh-oh. Because I was like, uh-oh. I knew I was in trouble then. I did.
For you, Kenny, was there a guy who, when you saw him bring it up, you felt there was the potential for embarrassment if you're not careful?
Well, embarrassment, is like you can't stop him from getting to the spot he wants to. For me.
Or he's going to break your ankle right out,
and that guy
35 feet from the hoop, and you're going to be on every highlight.
We mentioned him in another segment. Is Rod Strickland. Like, you just couldn't stop him from getting to the area he wanted to, and the embarrassment came from your teammates and everybody, because it was always playoff games or big games when we played Portland or when he was in San Antonio, and they're like, you cannot keep a guy who can't shoot out the paint. And I'm like, no, because he's keeping his dribble alive so he can keep getting to the paint.
We didn't want to be embarrassed. You're talking about crossover and all that, and that's number 23. And we're talking about handles and all that at 6'4", 6'5". MJ was going to embarrass you because he was quick, he could post up, he could shoot. Coming at you.
In and out, right hand. Don't know if you're going to pull up or keep going.
I mean, and you're backing up, and then he's got the tongue coming at you. Do you focus on the tongue? Do you focus on the ball? Do you focus on the waist? You looking at the shoes, the glint. You didn't know what you were going to do.
I still give Smitty, you had a handle, though.
I appreciate
it. Smitty was up there with the big guard handles.
Yeah, you know the thing I will give Smitty credit? The thing I hate about Smitty, and you guys know this from picking, there's nothing worse. Like, before you play against certain players, you're like, they're gonna do this thing.
You tell.
They're gonna do this thing. Don't go for this. And it still works.
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all who. Hold on, y'all. Let me do that at the end. Gotta let the legends talk.
Hey, when you started the move, like when you would start,
right?
You could hear the guys on your team on the bench going, here it goes. And it didn't matter. Oh, here it goes. And then, boom.
I mean, I come from big guards, like you said, Magic. But Penny Hardaway, when I got a chance to face another guy 6'8" with real handles, Penny was one of those guys I could see, Kenny, you picking up full court, that it didn't bother.
It didn't bother him, no.
I'm a big guard. When a little guard came, I'm still going to turn my back. He never turned his back, which tells me you can handle the basketball. At 6'8", with Muggsy, with little guys, when you don't turn your back, that's true handles. Penny never turned his back when guys was pressing up 94 feet.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and comment down below who has the best.
I think, me personally, I got Kyrie, bro. Kyrie, I ain't gonna lie. His handles is fake different, bro. The combinations, man. It is different. It's different, you know. I got Kyrie. Who y'all got? Let me know in the comments, man. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure you click on the last reaction on your screen right now. Road to 5,000 subscribers, man. Tell me which one we should react to next. Turn on post notifications. Links in the description, man. And I'm out of here.